Hey everyone. Before we dive in, let me ask you for a quick favor. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And here's the deal. If you enjoy what you hear today, drop a 1 in the comments. If it's not your thing, just type 0 so I can tweak things and make better content for you. Alright, let's get rolling. Today, I want to talk to anyone out there between 65 and 80. If you're in that age range and can still do the stuff we're about to cover, I've got some great news. You're not just aging well, you're on track to hit 100. Sounds wild, right? But here's the thing. Living a long life isn't just about good genes or dumb luck. It's about those little habits you keep up every day, the ones you might not even notice, but they're quietly stacking the odds in your favor. A lot of folks assume getting older means slowing down, losing strength, and watching everything get tougher. But that's not the full story. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s who move like it's nothing, think sharp as ever, and handle life on their own terms. How do they pull it off? They've held on to a few key abilities that most people let slip away over time. And those abilities, they're like neon signs pointing to how long and how well you're going to live. So stick with me today, because we're going to walk through 8 signs that show you're aging better than most. Some might catch you off guard, but each one tells a real story about your body, your mind, and your health. Trust me. You'll want to hear the last one. It's something way too many people overlook, but it could be the game changer for a long, vibrant life. Picture this for a sec. You're sitting on a chair, maybe watching TV or chatting with a friend, and then you decide to stand up. Do you need to push off with your hands to get going? Or do you just stand up smoothly, no effort, no second thought? If you're still able to rise from a chair without leaning on your hands, let me tell you, that's a big deal. You're outpacing most people your age. It might not seem like much, but it's a huge clue about your health. It means your legs are still packing strength, your balance is solid, and your body's moving like a well-oiled machine. Sure, as we age, our muscles, especially those in the legs, start to lose some oomph. But how much they fade and how quickly really comes down to how often you put them to work. Keep giving those muscles a little push with everyday stuff like this, and they'll stick with you for the long haul. Take Harold, for example. He's 77. He's always been a go-getter, but one day he noticed he had to shove off the chair to stand up after his favorite show. At first, he shrugged it off. Aging, right? But then his doctor clued him in. That little struggle could signal a bigger fall risk down the road. So Harold got to work. He started with simple stuff. Leg lifts while sitting, heel raises while standing. A couple of months later, he was popping up from chairs like it was no big deal, feeling steadier and more sure of himself. Why is this such a win? Weak legs are the top reason older folks take a tumble, and falls are the #1 cause of injury-related hospital trips. The good news? You can build that leg strength back at any age, as long as you keep at it. Next time you stand up, pay attention. If you can do it without your hands, that's a gold star for your legs, your balance, and your future. It's not just about getting up. It's about staying free, moving easy, and owning your day. If that's you, give yourself a pat on the back because you're already ahead of the game. Now let's shift gears a bit. Ever think about how fast you walk? Not how far, but how quick you can move. If you're still stepping lively without huffing and puffing, you're onto something special. When it comes to walking, I'm not saying you need to sprint like an Olympian, but if you can still keep a brisk pace without gasping for air, you're doing way better than you might realize. It's not just about stamina. Your walking speed ties straight into your heart, your lungs, and how well your muscles hold you up. Studies back this up. Older adults who keep a good clip tend to live longer and dodge more health hiccups. When you're moving fast and feeling fine, it's a sign your heart's pumping strong, your lungs are delivering oxygen like champs, and your legs have the juice to carry you forward. Think back to your last walk. Were you striding with purpose, or did you have to ease up to catch your breath? I heard about William, a 74-year-old guy who loved his daily strolls. But one day, he noticed they were dragging out longer and his breathing felt heavier. He chalked it up to age at first, but after a checkup, his doc suggested picking up the pace a bit. So William started timing himself, pushing just a little faster each week. Before long, his legs felt stronger, his breathing leveled out, and he had more pep in his step all day. Here's the cool part. Walking fast doesn't just boost your body, it keeps your brain humming too. Folks who move quick tend to have sharper memories and clearer thinking, since walking keeps your mind in the game. Want to test yourself? Walk about 10 feet at your normal pace, then kick it up a notch, like you're hustling to catch an elevator. If you can do it without wheezing, that's a fantastic sign. If it's tough, no sweat, you can build it back. Regular walks, a tad faster each time, plus good posture, and some light leg work can turn things around. So next time you're out there, ask yourself, am I moving with some fire in my step? Because if you are, you're not just getting around, you're aging like a pro. Now let's talk about balance. It's one of those things you don't notice until it starts to wobble, but if you can stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds without tipping over, your body's still got it. Balance isn't just about standing still. It's your muscles, nerves, and reflexes all syncing up perfectly. When you're on one leg, your core keeps you steady, your legs hold the line, and your inner ear and eyes keep you from swaying. If any of that starts to slip, you'll feel it fast. Think about the last time you slipped on a sock while standing. Did you stay upright or grab something for support? Take Frank, he's 76. He loves his daily walks, but one morning while getting dressed, he realized he couldn't balance on one foot for more than 5 seconds. It wasn't a fall or anything dramatic, but it shook him up. So he started small, heel raises, side leg lifts, shifting his weight foot to foot. In just a few weeks, he was rock steady again, feeling more in control. Good balance isn't just about dodging falls, it's about keeping your freedom, moving without worry, and living life on your terms. Try it out. Stand near a counter, lift one foot, and see if you can hold it for 10 seconds. If you nail it, you're golden. If not, a few minutes of practice a day can get you there. Now picture yourself doing something a lot of folks your age can't, getting down to the floor and back up, no help needed. If that's still in your wheelhouse, you're holding on to something pretty amazing. Getting down to the floor and standing back up might sound like no biggie, but it's a massive deal. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still pull this off without a hand from someone else, your body's in top shape. It shows your legs are strong, your core's steady, and you've got the flexibility to move with control. Everything's working together like a tight-knit team. Think about it. When's the last time you knelt down to grab something or sat on the floor? Did you hesitate? Was it a struggle to get back up? Plenty of older folks start steering clear of the floor because they're scared they'll get stuck. But here's the catch. The less you do it, the harder it gets. Joseph's a great example. He's 78. He used to be super active, but one day his grandson asked him to sit on the floor for a board game. Joseph froze, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could get back up. That moment lit a fire under him. He started practicing slow kneels, light squats, standing up without yanking on furniture. Soon enough, he was moving with confidence again. Being able to handle the floor isn't just a flex, it's a ticket to staying independent. Lose that, and daily life gets trickier, but you can keep it sharp with some gentle, steady practice. Now think about carrying stuff. You don't need to be bench pressing at the gym. Real strength is picking up a full grocery bag without breaking a sweat. If you can still do that, you've got a solid edge. It's not just your arms, it's your back, shoulders, grip, and core all pitching in. Studies even say grip strength alone can predict how long you'll stick around. Last time you hauled groceries in, was it a breeze, or did you need a breather? Richard, 75, used to lug everything in one trip. But one day, the bags felt heavier, not because they were stuffed, but because he'd lost some muscle. He started small, shoulder presses, squeezing a rubber ball. Months later, he was back to his old self, full of energy. Then there's stairs. If you can climb a flight without stopping to Chuanxi, your heart, lungs, and legs are in sync. George, 73, hit a wall when he got winded after one flight. Instead of dodging stairs, he worked them back into his routine, step by step. Soon, he was cruising up them again. If stairs don't faze you, that's a sign you're not just strong, you're built to last. How about your memory? If you can still recall recent chats, names and details without a hitch, your brain's firing on all cylinders. Paul, 79, stays sharp by reading, talking, and tackling new stuff. If that's you, you're aging with a razor edge. And finally, sleep. If you wake up refreshed, ready to roll, your body's nailing the recovery game. Roger, 74, turned his restless nights around with a solid routine. No screens, steady bedtime. Now he's up and at 'em every morning. So take a second, how many of these ring true for you? Standing up hands-free, walking fast, balancing, climbing stairs, carrying bags, sharp memory, solid sleep. If you're checking off a bunch, you're not just aging, you're thriving. And if some need work, no problem. You can build it back, step by step. Drop a comment below. What hit home for you today, and what's your next move? If this clicked, like, share, and subscribe. It keeps us going. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll catch you in the next one.